Okay, we're going to take a quick look at two types of problems on MyMathLab. The first one, we have an equation here that we want to identify the center, vertices, and foci of. It's an ellipse. And then we're going to draw it. So let's see how this one works. Alright, so the first thing is to group the x's and the y's. So for the x's, 9x squared minus 18x. And then for the y's, 49y squared plus 294y, and then move that 9 to the other side equals negative 9. We need to factor coefficients. So we're going to have 9 factored out. So 9 times x squared minus 2x plus, leave a blank, plus 49 y squared plus, what is 294 divided by 49? 6. So plus 6y plus, leave a blank, equals negative 9. Okay. So let's find the values that we need to add in. So we're going to add in for the x, negative 2 over 2, so negative 1 squared is 1. We're going to add in 1. Remember, that's really 9 times 1, so on the other side I add a 9. And then m, we're going to add in 6 divided by 2, which is 3, and then that squared is 9, so we're going to add in a 9. That's really 9 times 49, so 49 times 9 is, we're really adding on a 441. Okay. So this is, let's see, we've got ourselves a 9 times x minus 1 squared plus a 49 times y plus 3 squared equals 441. Okay, so for our ellipse, we know that we want to have this equal to 1, so we're going to divide everything by the 441. And then we're going to reduce. So 9 into 441 is 49. 49 into 441 is 9. Alright, so we have x minus 1 squared over 49 plus y plus 3 squared over 9 equals 1. So what I know is that this has a horizontal major axis. That one's larger. So it's horizontal major. So the ellipse is of this shape, roughly. And then I know that its center is at 1, negative 3. And what else do we need to find? The center, the vertices, and the foci. Okay. So the vertices, I know that the a value here is 7, since that's a squared. And so for the vertices, we need to go 7 in both directions from the center, 7 away on both sides, so 7 plus and 7 minus from our x coordinate. So 1 plus 7, that's 8, negative 3, and 1 minus 7, that's negative 6. Negative 3, and then we need to find our c value. And so we know that c squared is the larger one, so a squared minus b squared, so that's 40. And so c is the square root of 40, and so c is the square root of 4, which is 2 square root of 10. Okay, so that means that the foci are out x on the x direction again, so adding to the x from the center, adding 2 root 10 and subtracting 2 root 10. So 1 plus 2 square root of 10, negative 3, and 1 minus 2 square root of 10, negative 3. So let's get some of these things checked, and then we'll see what graphing looks like on one of these. Alright, so our center, 1, negative 3, that's the first thing we need. Good, and then our vertices, separate those ordered pairs. So they are 8, negative 3, and negative 6, negative 3. You can't see the good job, but that's fine. And then our foci, they were 1 plus 2 square root of 10, comma, -3, and 1 minus 2 square root of 10, comma, -3. All right, so we got those. And now let's see what graphing looks like. Oh, I just get to pick. Okay, cool. So let me graph real quick on paper so that I can pick accurately. So I know from 0, 0, my center is at 1, -3. All right, and I know that my major axis is going to be, what was it again, a length of 7. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I also know the minor axis had a, I didn't talk about that yet, but a length of 3. So up 3, 1, 2, 3, down 3, 1, 2. Actually, that was at 3. So up 3, 1, 2, 3, down 3, 1, 2, 3. So the ellipse is going to look something like this. It hits the x-axis right there. My ellipse is not very elliptical looking, but it gives me an idea what to look for. So yeah, it's going to be this one. Okay. And we got it. Okay, so let's take a look at another one. We have some variety in the types of questions. The next one, I will have to pause real quick and find another one. Okay, here's another one that tells me the vertices and the length of the minor axis, and I need to use those things to write the equation of the ellipse. Okay, so I'm going to draw a quick sketch of this thing, and then try to find out all the things I need. So I need A, B, H, and K. And so I don't even know what orientation it is. So the vertices, oh, nope, it's, I'll just turn my page because it's a horizontal ellipse. I don't know why I said horizontal. I drew horizontal. It's vertical. It's a vertical ellipse because I can notice, hold on, that my vertices are, so if I have 0, 0, well, I inferred that. Let me get back to that. If I have 0, -5, and I have 0, +5 as the vertices, that means that my major axis is vertical. Now how do I find the center is I average those. So I add them up and divide by 2. So 5 plus -5 divided by 2, that's 0, divided by 2, so it's 0. So yes, I end up in 0, 0 as the center. So 0, 0 is the center of, oops, I've been writing on my page. Sorry, guys. So just average those, add them, divide by 2, so I found the center. Because it was 5 and -5, I eyeballed that. But if it's not going to be 0, 0, you can always find it by adding and dividing by 2. Okay. So H is going to be 0 and K is going to be 0. Now I need to know what A and B are. I actually already know the vertical value because this distance is 5. And they told me that the length of the minor axis is 4. So this is the length of the minor axis. That's 4. So that's 2 times B. That's 4. And so B is 2. And so now I know the two values that I need. So it's x minus 0 squared over, hold on, y minus 0 squared over, hold on, equals 1. Now remember, x is over 2 squared because that's the x direction axis, and this is over, y is over 5 squared. I don't need to write the zeros next time, so x squared over 4 plus y squared over 25 equals 1 is the equation of this ellipse. That's all I needed to do. So the equation of this ellipse is x squared over 4 plus y squared over 25 equals 1.